Good morning, everyone. It's Sarah, and we are at the Idaho Wilderness Yurts. This is Atlas and Apollo, and we're staying here. Also, my husband's inside. He's keeping the fire stoked, and we are so excited to be out here at this off-grid backcountry Idaho yurt in Boise National Forest. It's located about 1.5 hours from Boise, and it is so worth coming. So I'm going to show you around and show you honestly what it's really like to stay at a backcountry yurt. It is so relaxing and so lovely, but it's also a ton of work. So make sure you're prepared. Watch this video and I'll show you how to have the best time ever. It is currently about 9 a.m. and we've had a pretty slow morning, just waking up, warming up, and keeping the fire going in the yurt. Kelby has already made some coffee and I have some water on the stove for tea. And yeah, here's the property. Our pickup's right here. That's the red yurt. We are in the blue yurt, and finally that's the green yurt over there. This whole entire little valley field is Idaho Wilderness Yurts. We've been exploring this whole property, and way down there, if you can see that little black building, that's actually a sauna, and we are absolutely going to use that later. We have not used it yet, but first, if you guys want, come along and I'll take you on a tour. Okay, should we go inside, Apollo? Let's go. As you can see, the door is blue because we're in the blue yurt. That's how you can know which one you're staying in. Hello, Kelby. Okay, so as you can see, here is the yurt. It is a perfect circle with a little built-out bathroom. Atlas has put himself on the bed. This is the one that we've been sleeping on. You do have to bring sheets and blankets. None of that is included. This is an off-grid backcountry yurt. It's pretty standard in Idaho that you have to bring in your own gear. One other bed. We put a little blanket up because the dogs definitely slept on this. As you can see, there's bunks on both, so these sleep about 6 people comfortably. You could put someone on that couch, probably not the comfiest sleep. So looking back here, Atlas is looking out this beautiful window with such an amazing view. And here's our fireplace. Kelby has been keeping this so stoked. It's been amazing. I'm so happy that this keeps this place so warm. It probably took us about 2 hours to warm the yurt up fully when we first got here. So also with the backcountry yurt, there's actually no running water, no garbages, of course, and I'm going to explain basically how the kitchen works. Here's the electricity, which powers off of solar panels. The only opportunity you have are these 2 things. I don't know about you guys, but I do not have these phone cords anymore. So we brought a cigarette lighter converter using this here. Also, here's some gloves for the fire. This gets hot. Okay. Also my tea, I can hear it kind of going. I'm gonna take that off right now. Here we go. This is from Kelby's Coffee this morning. They have an AeroPress here, and they actually include coffee from Momentum Roasters in Boise, roasting in Boise. It's a really cute little coffee shop, and all the instructions are right here. Kelby's made the coffee a few times. It doesn't look too difficult. So, the no running water point. This is actually a big old bucket that we filled with snow. Not filled, but we put some snow inside, and that is our dishwater currently. So you can just turn this on, it'll run the water out, you can wash your hands, and it'll go right down this drain, which leads to this bucket. So when you get here, just make sure that bucket is there because you would hate to just get the water going through, obviously. Okay, moving on. All of this comes with the yurt. I would recommend bringing some cleaning supplies if you want, like paper towels or something like that, but this is all here. Obviously, there's no way to wash it, so you don't really know how dirty it is, which is why I recommend bringing some paper towels or something. But here's our fridge. This is also powered off the solar panels. Brought all of our goodies, and then there's even a freezer. Honestly, this is a really good size fridge, especially if you're just doing like a weekend trip, but we packed everything up in our cooler. And that was all of our dry food supplies. So, I'll show you some of the cupboards now. This one we just discovered has a ton of like backup stuff. So there are some sheets if for some reason you were to forget. I wouldn't count on that though. And then this cupboard has all the plates, cups, Look at these beautiful mugs. They're made from an artist in Boise. And then over here is where Kelby got his book. And there is a ton of games. Oh yeah, and then we just put our bread and ramen and other stuff up here to have out of the way. So as you can see, there is not a countertop stove, but they do provide this amazing camp stove. And you just need propane to heat that up. So we did bring a propane ourselves, but there were a couple that were left here from previous people who have stayed. So sometimes that can happen, but I do recommend always bring your own gear. The only thing that is truly always included here will be the stove, this bucket, these little items. Generally always there is dish soap, but propane, fire starter, lighters, I definitely recommend bringing yourself because you never know what will be left here or what will not be here. But every yurt is a little different. Actually, this yurt is probably the most basic of all of them. The other yurts have either a bookshelf there or on the other side. Anyway, we also brought this battery just in case. We haven't really had to use it yet, so that's nice. And here is, of course, the kitchen table. Plenty of chairs. We have them, as you can see, kind of around for little storage places. And now I'll bring you into the bathroom. So usually backcountry yurts do not have bathrooms at all. This is such a nice luxury. Usually you're going to the bathroom out there on that hill or something. So this is like a pump toilet, basically, to make it work. You go, you use it, and then you pump. And everything you pump just goes down into basically a, I don't even know, a big cellar that everything will drop into. Here are all your cleaning supplies. This is a self-maintenance yurt. You have to self-maintain it. So every time anyone checks out, they are sweeping, mopping, all that jazz. Here's the one other bathroom amenity. We've got a beautiful little dresser. We brought our towels for the sauna, dude wipes to take a shower. And yeah, this one has a mirror. The green yurt does not have a mirror. The red yurt does have a really big vanity, and then this one in here, and it's very cute and colorful. We love it. So yeah, that is basically the tour. And honestly, it's so hot in here, I have to get this coat off. Okay, now that you've seen the inside of the yurt, I'm gonna show you what is outside of the yurt, which is also very important to exist here, especially in the winter time. All right, Atlas, let's go. And Apollo. Let's go under the yurt. Here's these steps. You are responsible to shovel them if it snows while you are here. It can get a little icy right there, but shovels are always just located right next to the yurt. Here's a nice little path to this yurt as well. No one else is here. I am really, really happy and shocked because usually there's always someone else here when we've stayed. So I highly recommend coming on a Tuesday. Nope, it's a Monday. Okay, so under the yurt you can see here is our wood supply. In the summertime, there's probably twice as much wood, honestly. It's been used a ton, of course, and maybe no one has chopped it recently. But anyway, you can just come here, grab whatever wood you need, and there's also wood chopping supplies. So you can chop more wood if you need. There are a ton of downed trees all over the property. This area was actually hit by a fire. I'm not sure what year. All of this wood was available. So don't take any of this. Leave this for everyone. One time I came here and there was not an axe, and I was very surprised. Anyway, the owner is very communicative and will always make sure that stuff is out here. Moving on with the outdoor tour is this outdoor fireplace. You can actually cook out here. Right now it doesn't have its topper on, but it's just right there, and you can put this topper on it. As you can also see, there's a little griddle next to it. I'll show you up closer. But you just put this on top, and then you can actually cook all of your food out here as well. We did that this summer, and I will take you to show you this up close. Flat top that we put like pans on, or this you could even put a steak on, or whatever you would like. Personally, I'm not a steak guy. Don't come after me. Okay, and way out yonder, you can see the sauna. I will take you guys for a tour of that later. For now, it's still below 20 degrees, so I have to make sure that the dogs toes don't stay out here too long or else they freeze. So I'm gonna get them back inside and I'll talk to you guys when we start making breakfast. Yum. You wish, Atlas. And Apollo. Bake those burritos. So we are currently walking from the yurts to the sauna. As you can see, it's not too far of a walk. And it is a really nice push down trail right now, at least, to get here. And Kelby is gonna get it started up for us. The sauna takes about 1 hour to heat up, so you do want to count ahead a little bit. But this is the sauna. So you can see the creek right down there. It is so pretty. I'll take you there in just a minute, but first I'll show you the sauna. Here we go. How beautiful it is. Here's some wood, and Kelby is actually running back to the yurts because he needs to get some fire starter and get some stuff ready in here. But this is the sauna. Isn't it so beautiful? I'm really excited. It's a wood burning sauna, so we're gonna load that up. Then we just fill this little bucket with water out the creek and then pour it on top and it'll get steamy right away in here. Here, I'll show you the view real quick. It's perfect. It's funny because in the summer, this is where I like to sit and swim. All right, so to start the fire, Kelby is just sticking in some cardboard or whatever fire starter you end up bringing. Now he's sticking in wood, which he really chopped those up nice and thin. Do you recommend doing thin wood in here, Kelby, not starting with thick?
Yeah, you need to use kindling.
Okay.
Which is pretty small. It burns really fast, so it gets really hot. A match is probably easier than a lighter. You just shut the door and then the wind will pull up the smoke.
Awesome. And now we wait about an hour?
No, probably 20 minutes.
Only 20 minutes? Yeah. Now we're just gonna let the sauna warm up pretty much and hang out until it's ready for us to go sit in it. Make sure to bring so much water, especially if you're gonna sauna a couple times over your trip because you need it. The sauna is heating up. Kelby's coming back to change too. So Kelby went down to the sauna in his trunks already, and I just want to take a few more photos of the river. So I did, but now I've come back and I've got my swimsuit on, and I am now gonna run down as fast as I can through the cold and into the heat because he said it's nice and warm. So yeah, let's go. Okay, headed to the sauna. All right, the sauna's going. It's getting steamy. And we're ready to warm up and relax. I couldn't even take my shoes off yet because I'm still a little cold, but I'm gonna take them off now and just unwind, fully enjoy it. Whew, post sauna vibes. Gonna get inside as fast as I can, but honestly, I am quite warm. Whew, but it is brisk out. Here comes the puppies for me. Hello! Is Mom coming back? Let's go. Let's go. Looks like Kelbs is already chopping wood. Good boy, Apollo. Nice. So, little quick tidbits about our doggies. This is Atlas. He's our oldest one. Atlas, are you 8 years old, right? He is a lone wolf. He would just sit outside and bask in the sun all day if he can. And now this is Apollo. And Apollo is obsessed with us. He cannot stay away from us. He must basically always be in our sights, getting attention, getting love. Apollo's from the shelter, so he is just a needy little boy. And Apollo just turned 6, so they're just 2 years apart. Really only a year and a half, really. Because Atlas's birthday's in June. But anyway. Whoa! Maybe that was like snow and ice? Did you guys hear that? Must have just been, huh?
Slid off of there.
Whoa! You didn't care, Atlas? Everything is okay? Kelby's self-conscious, so please don't judge him for how he chops wood. I thought that was really, really sexy. Nice! I'm off to get more water from the river. And while I go down there, I figured I'd tell you guys a little bit about the snow situation. So like I said, usually when it's like January, February, March, sometime, and also usually December, you have to cross-country skiing, snowmobiling, or snowshoeing, and basically like hook your gear up to yourself, so like on a sled, pulling it behind you type thing. But yeah, since the snow is so low, we were able to drive in, but on our way up, we actually kind of panicked. So it's like a 3.5 hour drive for us to get here. And on our way up, the Google Maps recognizes this road as closed this time of year. So it told us to turn a different place. And both of us felt like it was the wrong turn, but Google Maps was saying it was, and you don't have service. So we started to turn and realized that it was not going to be drivable, and we thought we weren't going to be able to come. And then we just went up the road a little bit, turned around. We both were super confident that it should have been at this big pullout area, which it was. It's called Whoopie 'em Up, park and ski or something like that. It's like a horse campground as well. But anyway, we saw the right road then, and we're like, oh my gosh, we think we can make it. So we did do it. It wasn't hard, really. We drive a Tacoma, so we do have 4-wheel drive. Be very aware when you want to come up here, because depending on the time of year, your car will not make it, or any car cannot make it, and you have to, snowshoeing or skiing or snowmobiling. So it's a much harder adventure because, woo, almost fell. If you think about that, skiing in, bringing all the gear that we brought and all the cooking supplies and stuff can get tough. So yeah, keep that in mind. We're so grateful that we were able to come out here without having to put in all of that effort, that we were able to drive right up. Really, really grateful we could do this. Alrighty, got the water and headed back inside. Knocking down some ashes because we have been burning like crazy. It is so toasty in here. Also dinner time for the puppies, their favorite time of day. The sun is setting and we are just taking a little cool off outside after dinner. It is an absolutely beautiful night, oh my gosh. So you may be wondering why I've been here so much. I can kind of explain. I actually run the social media for Idaho Wilderness Yurts, so go check them out on Instagram. That's me posting there. And I've been doing that for well over a year now, maybe is it 2 years possibly? So yeah, I try to come out as much as I can to create all the content in all the different seasons. And yeah, this is my first time coming here in the winter time, so I'm so happy to be here. And I hope the next experience in the winter, I hope we can cross country ski in, or we split board, Kelby and I, so we'll probably take our split boards with us and skin in. But definitely gonna have to get the dogs booties because their toes and feet, they keep lifting their feet up. So it's definitely too cold for them for us to do the whole trek in. So we will have to figure that out before we come next, but maybe in a couple months or maybe not until next year. We will see. But I highly recommend coming and visiting. I know you guys will love this place. There's a lot of hot springs nearby that are really fun to visit. Some are within 40 minutes, and Stanley is like an hour and 15 minutes from here. So it's a really beautiful area. Highly recommend. You know, Idaho, you can't really go wrong around here, especially when you're in the forest and the mountains. So safe travels whenever you head here, and thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you'd stay in a yurt.